Hey everyone, I'm Sison, and today we're taking a look at Sirui's latest offering on the anamorphic lenses, the 35mm f1.8. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell when I release a new video. Now Sirui have released a new 35mm f1.8 anamorphic lens, and this actually joins their 50mm f1.8 that was released not too long ago. Now the cool thing is, of course, it is a wider field of view, and I actually prefer the 35mm focal length as opposed to the 50, but when it is desqueezed in post, it actually acts as a 26.3mm focal length horizontally. So this is going to give you a wider field of view, and like I said, it is more of my personal taste when shooting videos. Now in terms of the design, there is one thing that I will say that is very interesting about this lens, is that it only comes in a micro four thirds mount. This might actually be a clever design because Sirui are offering 3 adapter rings to use this lens with. So that is a Nikon Z-mount, the Canon M-mount, the EF-M-mount, which is Canon's mirrorless offering in their APS-C range. And of course, there's Sony E-mount, which is what I'm using it on at the moment. So I have been shooting with this on the A6400 and the A7 III. So if you're a shooter that uses micro four thirds and any of the mentioned brands, then you can use it on both camera systems. Sirui are also offering 2 gear rings packaged with this lens, one for the focus and one for the aperture ring, which can help alleviate a bit of cost if you intend to use this on a rig. So if you're a Fuji X-mount shooter, you unfortunately won't be able to use this lens unless you get a third-party adapter ring. But if you want to shoot an anamorphic lens in the Sirui range, it only comes in the 50mm f1.8, which is available right now. So when it comes to anamorphic lenses, there are 3 characteristics that you'd want to go with this. So of course, it's that nice cinema-like field of view. Now, like I said earlier, it actually acts as a 26.3mm focal length horizontally when desqueezed in post. But on top of that, you are getting that nice flare where you don't have to actually add it in post. It comes straight out of the camera or straight out of the lens. And you are getting that nice bokeh look when you have a subject in focus, and that oval bokeh is in the background, which again makes it more cinema-like. And I see ever since shooting anamorphic lenses, I do notice it when I'm watching films or shows. And this is going to give you a nice sort of look to your footage, especially if you want to shoot differently compared to everyone else. Now, before we look at more of the footage, let's take a look at the design of the lens itself. Now, the lens has a 67mm filter thread, very much like the 50mm, and is a bit heavier, weighing at 700 grams. Now, it is a bit front heavy, so I have been using it, like I said before, on my A6400 and A7 III. So just be sure to shoot with this lens in crop mode if using it on a full frame. I was having a bit of trouble trying to attach it to my gimbal, which is the Ronin SC, but if you have a higher end one, I don't think you'd have too much of an issue. Now, taking a look at the focus ring. Now, the focus ring is very nice and smooth, feels very accurate as well, with the aperture ring giving more resistance when adjusting. Now, taking a look at the mount, there are no electronic contacts, nor is there any weather sealing, so it's best not to shoot this in adverse conditions. Now, I love the footage that I get out of this lens. In the right hands, this is capable of giving you some amazing results. The colors look great, and I couldn't be any happier with this lens for video, especially after seeing what I could get with the 50mm from Sirui. I will be doing more videos of this lens in the future, so be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now, I hope you enjoyed that first look video of the 35mm f1.8. In terms of what I actually think of it, it is a great lens to get, especially if you are a budding videographer or anyone that wants to try anamorphic lenses. This is going to be a great addition to anyone's kit. Now, you aren't skimping out on the quality. It actually feels very solid in the hand, as well as the footage. It looks very nice and sharp with, of course, that anamorphic look to it. Now, Sirui are offering a Indiegogo campaign at the moment, so take a look in the description down below. It will take you straight to their link, which you can actually pre-order this lens. But I will say this is a great lens to get. I am really enjoying shooting with it. Now, of course, when it comes to the customization, it is a very clever design. If anything, it just feels a bit front heavy, especially if you're using it on a small body like this. And of course, I wish there was a bit of more working room in terms of the minimum focusing distance. Now, those are a few minor quibbles with this lens. I would highly recommend using this lens, especially if you want to shoot anamorphic. Now, that's about it from me. If you have any more questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And of course, like this video, subscribe to my channel for more Sirui lens reviews and tutorials. And of course, follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more sample photos and photo updates. Until then, happy shooting and thanks for watching.